Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the new 4K Ultra HD release of Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon is a 1980 cult classic sci-fi action film starring Sam Jones as the titular Flash Gordon and Max von Sydow as the merciless Emperor Ming. In this, Flash Gordon is trying to save the love of his life and the Earth from ultimate destruction, as well as taking down Emperor Ming. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen Flash Gordon. It came out 40 years ago, but I somehow just missed it. I kind of knew what happened in it because it just through the cultural zeitgeist. But upon watching it, it is definitely one of the ultimate B movies ever made. And I can see why people enjoy it. It's cheesy, the costumes are terrible, especially the lizard people. I mean, look at that. But it's nice, cheesy fun, and the Queen soundtrack is really enjoyable to listen to. But this review isn't about the movie itself, it's about the awesome 4K release from none other than Arrow Video. Here's just a brief overview of what you're getting with the Flash Gordon 4K Arrow Video release. Got just a standard front cover and a standard back cover with some quotes and information. Got a nice slip. Then we have a standard 4K case, same front and back imagery. And then on the inside, we've got the 4K disc and some advertisements for the Arrow Video channel on Apple TV. And that's all you got in there. No DVD, Blu-ray, digital download code. What you see is what you get. I picked this up today from Best Buy for a cool price of 20 bucks. And I was pleasantly surprised by it. Sometimes with older films, they're kind of hit or miss as far as the picture quality goes or how much effort was put into them. But this is a really good release because there's a good amount of film grain, but with a film that's 40 years old that was shot on film, that's to be expected and kind of par for the course, because sometimes when they try to do some noise reduction and reduce the grain, it actually softens the image and it doesn't even look as good. And the soundtrack on this is absolutely bombastic by Queen. It's a great film soundtrack. So obviously hearing this with high dynamic range and Dolby Atmos makes it sound great. And this is actually the first release from Arrow Video, who are kind of known for more prestige releases or just some nicer releases. They're kind of similar to the Criterion Collection. And this is their first release on 4K. Obviously they have hundreds on normal Blu-ray. And this release only came with the normal 4K disc, so they're really banking on 4K. And I wanted to support this, not just because I think the movie was interesting, but also because I want them to invest in 4K Ultra HD because it's a format that I love and I hope sticks around. The clarity on the image here is absolutely superb. It looks really, really good. And there's some soft images sometimes, but that's just true of the source material. You're never going to get those to be clear because that's just how they were shot through the camera. But whenever there's natural light or any heavy costuming with a lot of colors, it's absolutely clear and crisp and really awesome to look at. So from a visual standpoint, this is a standout. And the audio, some of the dialogue could be a little louder, because the soundtrack, when that comes in, it just absolutely blows up your speakers. I found myself having to ride the remote a little bit as far as volume goes. But it's okay, especially when you look at the fact that they're probably using just the source material audio levels for that. So, should you pick up the new Arrow Video 4K release of Flash Gordon? I think that's if you really enjoy the movie and you want to have it on 4K, I would say it's a day one pickup. But if you haven't seen it, I think 20 bucks is a bit steep for an older movie, especially a movie that isn't as prestigious as some say, because there is a lot of really bad practical effects in this, but that just adds to the charm of the film. I'd wait for a little bit of a price drop, but Arrow Video titles tend to hold their value, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen anytime soon, and it's probably going to be fairly limited because they don't have the resources to have a huge production run. I had a hell of a time getting my hands on it because I pre-ordered it through Best Buy, but then they decided that my order was going to get delayed, even though there was copies in stores some places, but not in Eau Claire, obviously. So I had to drive to Minnesota after I canceled my pre-order to get that. That was fantastic. Thanks, Best Buy. So, Flash Gordon, I would say pick it up if you're so inclined. And thank you so much for watching this 4K review. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media, and I'll see you next time. Remember to keep supporting physical media.